College is not just about grades. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about rising every single day, choosing discipline over comfort, passion over laziness, and courage over fear. Today, I want to talk to you about how to become an excellent student, not just in school, but in life. Pause. Deep breath. Because let's be honest, being a student is not easy. You wake up early, attend classes, face endless assignments, deal with exams that sometimes feel impossible, and still, you're expected to smile, to socialize, to keep up with everything. It's overwhelming. And many students, maybe even you, feel lost. But here's the truth. You have more power than you think. Every single day, you hold in your hands the chance to shape your future. And the way you approach your studies, your habits, and your mindset, that's what will separate you from being average and becoming extraordinary. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Think about that. The most powerful weapon. Not money, not connections, not luck, but education. And you, as a student, you're already holding this weapon in your hands. The question is, how will you use it? Becoming an excellent student is not about being the smartest in the room. It's not about being born a genius. It's about habits. It's about discipline. It's about resilience when life gets tough. Because it will get tough. You will fail exams. You will feel like quitting. You will look at your books and feel nothing but frustration. But listen carefully. That's when the real test begins. The test is not on the paper. The real test is in your heart. Can you stand up again? Can you keep going when your mind screams stop? Can you believe in yourself when nobody else does? A true student is not someone who never fails. A true student is the one who studies, fails, and studies again. A true student understands that failure is not the end. It's just life pushing you in another direction. Every mistake, every setback, every rejection, they're not barriers, they're lessons. Steve Jobs once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. For you, as a student, this means one thing. Don't just study because your parents told you to, or because society expects it. Study for yourself. Study because knowledge is the key to unlocking your potential. Study because deep down, you know you're meant for more. Let me tell you something. Every great student you admire, the ones who graduate top of their class, the ones who seem unstoppable, they all had moments of doubt. They all had nights when they stared at their books with tears in their eyes. They all thought about quitting. But what made them different is this. They didn't quit. They remembered why they started. They remembered the hunger inside them. Hunger for a better life. Hunger to break the cycle of mediocrity. Hunger to prove that they can achieve greatness. And you have that hunger too. Maybe that's why you're watching this video right now. Deep inside, you know you are capable of more. Bill Gates once said, "School gives us the key to knowledge, but learning in life is a job that lasts forever." Do you see? Being an excellent student is not just about the 4 years you spend in college. It's about building a mindset that will carry you for the rest of your life. Because life itself is the ultimate classroom. So here's the beginning of your journey. 1. Believe that you can. If you don't believe in yourself, nothing else matters. 2. Remember your why. When it gets hard, and it will, go back to the reason you started. 3. Adopt the student mentality. Fail, learn, rise, repeat. This is the foundation. This is where becoming an excellent student begins. Not with books, not with exams, but with mindset. In the next part, I'm going to share with you the practical strategies. How to choose your classes wisely, how to plan your semester, how to take notes effectively, and how to study smarter, not just harder. But for now, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, why do I want to become an excellent student? Hold on to that answer, because it's going to be your fuel when everything else fails. In part 1, we talked about mindset, the foundation of becoming an excellent student. Now, let's move to the strategies, because motivation will get you started, but strategy will keep you going. 1. Choose your classes wisely. Every semester is an investment. You are investing your time, your energy, and yes, your tuition. So don't just pick classes randomly because your friends are taking them or because you think they're easy. Ask yourself, will this class challenge me? Will it expand my knowledge? Will this professor push me to grow? When you choose classes, think like a smart buyer. Research your professors. Ask former students about their teaching style. If you can, sit in the first class to get a feel for the atmosphere. Remember, your time is your most valuable currency. Spend it wisely. And here's a tip. Avoid taking too many classes with the same professor in one semester. Diversity of knowledge, perspectives, and experiences will make you grow faster. Underscore 2. Plan early, master your calendar. Great students don't wait until deadlines come crashing down. They plan. From day one, mark all deadlines, exams, projects, essays on your calendar. Use 2 systems: a physical planner or notebook to write daily tasks, a digital calendar like Google Calendar for reminders. For every major deadline, set alerts 1 week before and 3 days before. This way, you never fall into last-minute panic. Break big tasks into smaller steps. Don't just write research paper due. Instead, write find sources, draft outline, write first draft, edit, final submission. When you break it down, you'll see that nothing is impossible. It's just a series of small steps done consistently. Underscore 3. Take notes like your future depends on it, because it does. Note-taking is not about writing everything down. It's about capturing the gold, the key ideas, the insights, the lessons that spark your thinking. Studies show that handwriting notes helps you remember better than typing. So whenever possible, grab a notebook and a pen. Structure your notes clearly. Use headings, arrows, highlights. Don't just copy what's on the slides. Write down what the professor says outside the slides, because that's often the most valuable. And remember, your notes are not just for exams. They are a map of your learning journey. Someday, you'll look back and see how much you've grown. Underscore 4. Learn to read smarter, not harder. One of the biggest struggles in college is the mountain of reading, hundreds of pages every week. And many students make the mistake of reading word by word, line by line, with a dictionary by their side. Stop. That's not how excellent students read. Instead, focus on abstracts, introductions, and conclusions first. Pay attention to the first sentence of each paragraph. It often holds the main idea. Skim for structure, then dive deeper into key sections. Take notes while reading. On one side, write what the text says. On the other side, write your reflections. This way, you're not just reading, you're thinking. You're engaging with the material. And that's what creates real learning. As the proverb goes, study while others are sleeping, work while others are loafing, prepare while others are playing, and dream while others are wishing. William Arthur Ward, underscore 5. Be fully present in class. Here's a secret. The most successful students are not always the ones who study the hardest outside class. They are the ones who are fully present inside class. Put away your phone. Close your social media tabs. Listen, really listen to your professor. Engage in discussions. Ask questions. Share your ideas. Because education is not a one-way street, it's a dialogue. When you're present, you don't just learn facts, you learn how to think. And that's what education is really about. Underscore Albert Einstein once said, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. So don't just memorize, think, question, connect the dots. Train your mind to be sharp, curious, and creative. Underscore. Now, maybe you're thinking, this sounds great, but it's hard. It's overwhelming. And you're right. It's not easy. Excellence never island. But let me remind you, the difference between an average student and an excellent student is not intelligence, it's consistency. Anyone can be focused for one day, but can you stay focused for weeks, months, years? That's the challenge. That's what separates the good from the great. Underscore. So here's what we've learned. Choose your classes with intention. Plan your semester early. Take notes that matter. Read smarter, not harder. Be fully present in class. Do these things, and you will already be ahead of most students. But this is not the end. Because excellence is not just about starting strong, it's about finishing strong. In the next part, we'll talk about the final step, how to prepare for exams, how to handle the end of the semester without stress, and how to keep your motivation alive long after graduation. So you've made it this far. You've built the right mindset, you've mastered the strategies. Now, it's time for the final stretch, finishing strong. Because in college, just like in life, it's not enough to start well, you must also finish well. Underscore 1. Preparing for finals, finish before the deadline. One of the biggest mistakes students make is waiting until the last minute to prepare for exams or write their final papers. They cram, they panic, and they burn out. But excellent students, they prepare early. If the deadline is in 2 weeks, they aim to finish 1 week earlier. Why? Because life is unpredictable. Maybe you get sick, maybe another project comes up. By finishing early, you give yourself room to breathe, to revise, to polish. Here's a golden rule. If you think writing a paper will take 5 hours, plan for 10. Writing always takes longer than you expect. Excellence is not about rushing, it's about being prepared. Underscore 2. Don't ask for extensions, build discipline. Sure, professors might give you extensions if you ask, but let me tell you, extensions are a trap. They feed procrastination. They make you think you have more time than you really do. Discipline means doing the work before it's due. It means saying no to distractions, no to procrastination, no to excuses. And yes, it's hard. But remember this, every dream requires discipline. Without it, success is impossible. When your friends are partying, you're studying. When others are sleeping, you're preparing. That's the price of excellence. And if you're willing to pay that price, the rewards will change your life. Underscore 3. Seek feedback. Grow beyond grades. Grades are important, yes, but what's more important is growth. And one of the best ways to grow is to seek feedback. After every paper, after every project, don't just look at the grade. Email your professor. Ask, what could I improve? What did I do well? What should I focus on next time? This shows humility. It shows you care. And it transforms education from just chasing grades into building wisdom. Because real excellence is not about perfection, it's about progress. Underscore 4. Managing stress, staying strong under pressure. College is stressful. Finals week can feel like a battlefield. But here's the truth. Pressure is not your enemy, it's your training ground. Athletes don't become champions by avoiding pressure. They become champions by performing under pressure. And the same is true for you. So when you feel the weight of exams, remember, this is not punishment. This is practice. This is how you build resilience. This is how you prepare not just for tests in school, but for the tests of life. As Oprah Winfrey once said, failure is just life trying to move us in another direction. So even if you stumble, even if you fall, it's not the end. It's a lesson. And lessons make you stronger. Underscore 5. Beyond college, the student mentality for life. Bill Gates once said, school gives us the key to knowledge, but learning in life is a job that lasts forever. That's the real secret. Education doesn't end at graduation. The world will keep changing. Technology, careers, opportunities, they all evolve. The students who succeed are the ones who never stop learning. So carry the student mentality with you. Stay curious, stay hungry, stay humble. Never think you know it all. Because the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Underscore Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." That's the spirit of an excellent student. To live fully, to learn endlessly, to rise after every fall, and to keep moving forward with courage. Underscore. So here's my challenge to you. Don't aim to be just another student who passes classes. Aim to be the student who transforms their life through education, the student who breaks cycles of fear and mediocrity, the student who takes discipline, passion, and resilience and turns them into greatness. Remember, mindset builds the foundation, strategy builds the path, discipline builds the future. You have one life, one chance. Don't waste it being average. Be excellent. Be unstoppable. Be the student who never gives up. Because when you choose to rise, when you choose to fight, when you choose to learn with all your heart, you don't just become an excellent student, you become an excellent human being.